Hey, I know I said on Tumblr that I was probably going to make some videos on Thursday of last week. Obviously, it is now Tuesday of this week, and I have yet to make videos, which is why I'm doing it now. I was intending to make videos on Thursday, but, like, I think it was about 4 minutes before my second class started, I got a phone call from my therapist saying that she tried calling my insurance company and getting me more sessions because they're really asinine and idiotic, and for some reason or another the limit is 20 sessions per year, and it includes seeing a therapist and seeing a psychiatrist. And because I was seeing both, and in the beginning I was seeing, for most of the time that I was seeing my therapist, even though I've only seen her since May, I was going once a week, and then I was seeing my psychiatrist once a month, so that ate up my sessions in a matter of a few months. So I just was really emotional and just pissed off and stressed out by the fact that I can't see her for the rest of the year, and I can't see a psychiatrist until at least January as well, which is really annoying because I was going to try to find another psychiatrist, because the one I'm seeing now, or was seeing, his hours are really extremely inconvenient, and I really hate the fact that he doesn't have office hours on Fridays, because that's the day that usually would work best for me to get there. And I really can't miss class, and because I need my mom to take me to my appointments, I can't exactly have her miss classes, and she doesn't have classes on Fridays either, so that's why I was hoping that I could have appointments on Fridays, and that's not going to work out. But yeah, I digress. So I was just like flat out crying, spent a good chunk of the weekend crying my eyes out. Friday and Saturday I didn't leave my apartment for anything. Friday I didn't wake up till like 4 o'clock in the afternoon, which, yeah, wasn't so good, and then I spent the majority of the time that I was awake crying my eyes out. And then I spent Saturday crying my eyes out, throwing myself onto the ground and just like begging for everything to just stop and just calm down, because I was just so irritated and pissed off in my situation and having really bad thoughts. Like, I honestly am not quite sure how I managed not to cut on Saturday, actually this weekend in general, but I did. So I'm still about a little less than 2 months away from 4 years since the last time I cut, which is like awesome. Even though I don't necessarily seem like I'm all that happy, I'm kind of out of it and tired, but and kind of emotionally apathetic at this point. I think I drained myself of my emotions this weekend, cried them all out, pretty much. But that's part of why I wanted to make a video on Thursday, because Thursday was actually, 46 months since the last time I cut, so I kind of wanted to make a video then, but I didn't in the break between my first and my second classes, and then I didn't want to make a video and just be crying my eyes out. Like, I feel like it's bad enough that I keep mentioning the fact that I was crying my eyes out. But anyway, so I think that instead of going the rest of the year without therapy, that I'm going to try to go to CAPS, which is Counseling and Psychological Services, and is the free counseling service program on campus. Like, it's for as long as you're a student, and I'm a student, so I wouldn't have to pay for it. I have tried to go there before and it wasn't the greatest experience, but if this weekend showed me anything, it's that I need help. I'm not saying that I can't do it on my own, or like I'm not capable. I'm just saying that I need help. Like, we all need help at times. So it's kind of just like, it doesn't really make sense to just be like, well, I had bad experiences before, so I'm just not even going to try. And just continue to do what I'm doing and continue to struggle and continue to not do well. That's self-defeating, and kind of like, I'd like to think that I've learned more to just keep doing that. That my experiences have taught me something. Yeah. What else do I want to talk about? Oh yeah, I have to, because I can't see a psychiatrist until January, I have to go to my primary care physician and see if he'll give me refills for my medications to tide me over, which I'm not really looking forward to, because I've had to do that in the past, and I kind of feel like he might think that I'm just like kind of taking advantage of the fact that he'll do that for me. But at this point, I honestly, because I don't have the money to see a psychiatrist and my insurance won't cover it, I have no other choice. It's either ask him and explain the situation, or go without my meds. So hopefully that will work. And plus, anyway, this month I have to go and get poked by needles so that they can hopefully actually get enough blood for them to check my iron levels, because the last time I was there they ran tests, like he wanted to check my blood, and they found out that I'm anemic again, which is, yeah, I think it's partially my diet, just like being a vegetarian and not making sure that I'm getting all of the nutrients that I need. Kind of just screwed me over. But yeah, so I have to go anyway to get that checked, and so I'm going to ask if he'll refill my meds, and hopefully he will do that. And actually also, even though I'm probably going to be completely mortified and I might have to write it down and give him the piece of paper, I think I'm going to have to ask him either like about him prescribing me birth control, or him like referring me somewhere, or like giving me suggestions as to where to go. And like, I don't want, especially if my sister watches this, I don't want people to think that, well, I kind of don't necessarily care what people think, but I just want to say this anyway, because it's true. I don't want birth control because I'm planning on having sex. I have no social life. Therefore, like, I don't just go out and have sex with random people. I've never had sex. I don't necessarily believe in staying a virgin until marriage. I think it's a personal decision. But the reason that I want birth control is because I've heard that it can help like regulate your period, and mine's kind of been out of whack for a while. There are times where it seems to be regular, there are times where it skips a month. There was actually, I think it was part of 2009 and part of 2010 or something like that, where it just skipped 5 months for no apparent reason. And also, this is something that I've been thinking about a lot, but the times where I've either been like really suicidal, or hurt myself really bad, or wanted to really just like relapse or whatever, not always, but a good chunk of it, those times occur around my period. Meaning that I don't think it's completely hormonal, but I do think that plays a role in it. And so hopefully, if I get on birth control, it will help to regulate my body and all that. And hopefully, the mood swings, the dark thoughts, all of that won't be as intense. It'll be easier to manage, I hope. Fingers crossed. But like I said, it's going to be kind of embarrassing, especially because my doctor is a middle-aged male, and so it's kind of awkward to have to bring it up. And also, he likes to think that he's cool and mentions like Lady Gaga and Justin Bieber and all that stuff, and I hate them. Like, I just like if you like them, that's fine. I don't have a problem with people liking them. I just personally don't. So it's kind of just like, it feels like he tries too hard to act cool, to be cool. It's just like, no. It's like, dude, please, just stop. If you want to mention Kenny Chesney and actually know something about him, or country music, or anything I like, that's fine. But please just stop with that. Yeah, what else do I want to say in this video? I don't know, I'm just hoping that I can get things situated so that I'm not struggling so much. And actually, one of my friends on Facebook sent me a message, I think it was earlier, like we were talking back and forth, and she's like, you seem to be having a hard time a lot, and I'm kind of, like, I'm surprised that you haven't relapsed. And I was like, thanks, and with like these zillion dots, like, yeah, and then a frowny face, and I'm just like, yeah, doesn't make me feel warm and fuzzy, but at the same time, I did say that I was surprised that I made it through the weekend without doing anything. So I don't know, it's just like, I can understand her observation, but at the same time, it's just kind of like, thank you for the vote of confidence. I think part of it, though, is that, like, especially with this weekend, even though I did really want to do something I shouldn't have done, I think the part of me that knew it wasn't going to help and it wasn't worth it was too strong. And I think that's part of the problem, though, is because there's so much of a struggle between the part of me that wanted to do something and the part of me that's like, no, not worth it, don't do it. And I think that was part of what caused the tension, and the hormones and all that didn't help anything, but yeah. Well, one good thing, no, actually, was it Sunday? Yeah, Sunday, I was doing laundry, and I spaced, and I left my phone in, I have a Tourette Love in Her Arms hoodie, or jacket kind of thing, and I left it in the pocket. It was in its case, but I left it in the pocket, and I was doing laundry, and I put it in the washer, and I got back up to my apartment because I live on the 4th floor, and the laundry room is in the basement, and there's no elevator, so I had to take the stairs up. And I was looking around in my apartment trying to find my phone. I could not, for the life of me, find it, and I was about to have a panic attack. So I'm like, oh, flip and heck. Sorry, I'm trying not to curse. But I'm like, dang it, I left it in my, I think I left it in my pocket, and it's in the washer. I'm like, so that really, really sucked. Turns out my phone was still in my pocket, in the washer. So I was freaking out about that. That made me, like, at first I was like, okay, well, I have a backup phone. Yeah, it's from like 2005, and I've had it since like 2007, but it works. I'm okay with that. And there's a picture of Kenny Chesney as my background with no shirt. If I had my phone near me, I would show you, but it's on my bed, and I'm being kind of lazy right now, and I don't want to just like leave you with the wall on the couch for a few seconds for me to go grab it. But anyway, so I went online, and I was IMing my mom because I was trying to let her know what was going on, even though she wasn't online right then. And I was just like, explain the situation, explain that it was an accident. And then later on, she got online, and she was talking to me, and my younger brother called me a brain dead idiot, I believe. which made me cry my eyes out, and my mom was like, that wasn't me, that was your brother. But I got really upset, and I just, like, I wasn't responding to my mom. You know, my brother was IMing me, and pretty much, like, at one point he was like, oh, well, like, you're gonna have to pay me for the phone, da-da-da-da. But he wanted to bring me my other phone so I could switch the SIM card, and he took it back, and so hopefully it will actually work out, and I have to cut this short now, so.